Welcome in, everybody, for this late night sesh of packing what sold on eBay, Poshmark, and Depop. Nothing on Mercari. It's going to be a good one for you because we have some names that you might not know. I don't know if we have any grand slams or home runs, but thanks for hanging around. Thanks for watching. As always, let's go through some things. Hopefully you guys learn. There's always newbies, by the way, in and watching, always new people. So all the OGs, all the people that have been watching a while, you hear me repeat myself often. That's the name of the game. That's part of it. There's always new people. So you got to be patient. I had somebody recently say, like, you know, you repeat some things, da-da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, there's always new people. So just remember that. Got to be patient with everybody. We're always learning. There's always new people coming to the game. Juliet, good morning. First one in here. Emilio, what's up? Hello from Florida. Valerie, what's up? Hopefully we see some people in here that are not on morning lives, because that's usually when I'm always on. I was going to shut that door, but I can't because I have that rack still right there. All the racks from that whatnot still back there. What's up, everybody? Dora, good evening. Got my whatnot package from you today. Hopefully it was good. Dora, I didn't even know you bought something from me. I always feel weird if you guys buy stuff from me on whatnot, because, you know, I don't want it to be bad. So if I don't do many whatnots, but if ever anything happens, just message me and we'll make sure everything's good. What's up, Jens? Getting better, going through my death pile. Let's go. Yeah, death pile. That's okay, though. To be honest, sounds bad. It overwhelms some people, but for me, it brings me comfort knowing I have money there. If the thrift stores are dry or something this week, it gives me comfort. That's what it gives me. Some people, it gives them anxiety. It gives me comfort. My wife is one of them. Doesn't have anxiety when I have a death pile. What's up, Heather? Thanks for popping in. You need another jersey? Do I need another jersey? All right. I'll find another jersey. Here's one. I'll put another jersey up somewhere. I know that was sarcastic, but I do have other jerseys. Hello from the tip of the mitt. That must be up in Michigan. The tip of the mitt. Up near, what is it, Mackinac Island? Is that the name of the island up there? Speaking of mitts, right now is the Softball World Series Championship. Texas Tech versus Texas. Big softball fans in the house, so they're up there watching that. I'll be watching that after. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thunder versus Pacers tomorrow. I know. Obviously, we know who I'm rooting for. It's going to be good. I mean, the Thunder are favored like huge, probably more than any NBA Finals like ever or a long time. But to me, honestly, it's just cool to be in the finals. It's really cool to be there. So win or lose, it's cool to be there. Happy about it. I'll be watching the games. And they're every 3 days. A lot of you guys don't care sports. We're talking reselling. We'll get to reselling. But the games will be while I'm on vacation. So I'll be watching those hopefully on the cruise. And if they're not showing on the cruise, because sometimes the cruises don't show some sports for some reason, I'll be watching it from my phone because I have internet on the cruise. So I'll be a nerd in my cabin watching it from the phone. Or maybe I'll be on the deck watching it. Do you list yourself or a virtual assistant? I'm at a point where I max out 15 to 20 a day and want to expand. Matthew, I list everything myself. So you have a few options. Some people have a virtual assistant where they still take the pictures, but they send the pictures to someone and they make the listing. Or there are some people that you can ship your inventory to and they'll do the rest. But if I were maxed out and I couldn't get any more in, I would hire someone in here to take photos for me, and I would just do the listing part. I'd have them put it in the cloud, the photos, and what I've told myself, if I ever do it, it'd be $1 per item. So someone comes in, takes $1 per item picture. So the more they take, the more they make. If they want to be lazy, they won't make as much. But 15 to 20 a day. I don't know how much time you take. I could take pictures and list 15 to 20 items in like, if I got to it within a couple hours for sure. So maybe even look at maybe speeding up whatever processes you have. But then again, if it's your side hustle, you might not have a lot of time. What's up, Ethan? Thanks for coming in. Ethan, getting all the good Polo Ralph Lauren and double RL out there. Nate, did you say your son graduate? I did not, Nate. I did not see that. I got Pacers tomorrow for the upset. Emilio, I love you. I don't know if I've ever said that, but I do. I love you. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be, I mean, to be honest, no one knows the Pacers. They even talked today, like everyone slept on the Pacers. All the networks slept on the Pacers. Shoot, some of our finals or some of the playoff games weren't even on networks. They were on like this Ion channel. So yeah, we don't know the Pacers. So we'll see what happens. I love to support my peeps. I appreciate it, Dora. And hopefully you'll do well with some of that stuff. Found my first RLX Polo in the wild. Let's go. I just had an RLX. Where's the RLX? Is this it? I just messed with the RLX. There you guys go. For a new RLX, it's Ralph Lauren line of more sporty. A lot of golf, but also some other stuff too. If you go to a Ralph Lauren store, they have some pretty cool stuff in there. Mackinac City. Wow, so you are right there. Should I spend $600 on nosebleed seat tomorrow game? Debating. Okay, Ryan, so I've talked about it too. Fortunately, unfortunately, I'll be out of town for our games unless we go to like 7. I mean, it's the experience. So $600 for a seat to a game. A lot of people are like, that's crazy. You never. Last time the Pacers were there were 25 years ago. 25 years ago. So my son can feel that electricity of a playoff game, and he might not feel that again until he's 30-something years old. So to me, yeah. I mean, my wife, she went to 2 Taylor Swift concerts when they came to Indy, and she was just like throwing up at how much she paid, but she doesn't regret it one bit. What's up, pure friend? What's up, pure friend? Just paid for eBay store today. Ooh, let's hear about this. Heather, just paid for an eBay store today, so I don't get charged for auto relist. The time I've spent the last 2 months delisting. Yes, so that's a good time to get your eBay store when you're paying more in insertion fees than you would if you had a store. It's perfect time. Again, I need to order my freaking stuff with my eBay coupon. If you have an eBay store, guys, order your stuff before July 1st. Hello again. After 10 sales on Sunday, 2 on Monday, and Tuesday, none today. I got tons of listings done to kick off the weekend sale tomorrow. There you go. So your weekend sale starts tomorrow on Thursday. Yeah, so Troy's does weekend sales. My sales, I'll be honest with you, were slow the last 2 days. So hopefully you guys had better sales than me. They were slow, but still had sales. I got out of Poshmark jail again. I know a lot of people, especially on Facebook, people have been mentioning about being in Poshmark jail. It lasts a couple hours now. I mean, for me, I email in a couple hours, I get out of jail for the delist thing. On on Nifty, I don't have it do the recreates, even though she's like, you can still do that. I don't have it do the recreates. I just have it delist. And I made 7 sales on Poshmark. I did really well over there. Pamela says, what's up, everybody? Had a first stood up on Facebook Marketplace sale. You got stood up on a Facebook. We call that, Nick, Facebook flakes. Facebook flakes. What punks? Punks. Thursday and Saturday. Ooh, there you guys go. That's some good data. Most data shows traffic Thursday through Saturday and most sales on Sunday on eBay. There you guys go. Some info. You can look at your analytics. We're on vacation and still sourcing. We found 6 King Laurel Piana men's blazers. Lucky. Isn't it like, is there something wrong with us that we like to go thrifting on vacation? Is that bad? I remember last fall we were on vacation in the Panhandle, and like there was a Goodwill 30 minutes from my wife knew, like, you're going to want to go to that Goodwill. I know. So one day it's like, I'm going to go to that Goodwill. I know. All right. See you later. There's something wrong with us thrifting on vacation. Unfortunately, we're flying to Florida and taking a cruise there. I'm not going to be able to thrift. Anyway, to Crosslist, to Facebook Marketplace or whatnot. Anyway, to Crosslist, to Facebook Marketplace or whatnot. Yes. Vendu, I think, has, you can Crosslist using Vendu to Facebook Marketplace or whatnot. I know Nifty's working on both of those specifically. I talked to her, but they're not there yet. But yeah, if you want to, I know Wayne has Nifty and he does some cross listing, I think, with Vendu to face or to whatnot specifically. In my pile of polo shirts, I watched the other day a Polo Ralph Lauren hoodie made in Hong Kong. Ooh, so Hong Kong. How about that? Yeah, people message me often about if Ralph Lauren is it authentic or not. Most of the time they are. And remember, Ralph Lauren made a ton of every time they come out with. It's not like Viore. They come out with the line. There's 15 pieces in different colors. Ralph Lauren comes out with a bajillion different pieces every spring, summer, fall, winter, with different writing and patches and all this stuff. So there's just a lot of unique pieces out there. Let's see. Jessica says today was a slow day for me too. So I also knocked out a bunch of listings. So at least productive. That's what I do. If you guys saw my post on Facebook today, I took my kid and my nephew to a jumpy place, one of the like a Sky Zone adrenaline places. They went and jumped, and I sat there, cross-listed, and listed the whole time. And when my sales are slow, that's how I combat it. It just gives me, it more motivates me. Okay, my sales are slow. I got to list more. Instead of putting my head in the sand, you gotta grind and list more. Is doing an eBay store worth it if you have 20 sales a month on eBay? Honestly, Jimmy, I would probably say no. I used to sell a lot less stuff when I did hard goods. I never had an eBay store, so I would say no, to be honest. You don't need a cross lister with 20 sale. You don't need, I would just stick to, if you're good with that number, yeah, you don't need a store. Howdy, what's up, Joseph? Thanks for popping in. I know it's not our normal time slot, but we're here. Went thrifting on vacation before I was a reseller, so now I at least get paid for it. There you go. And I mean, it's not vacation, but when I go to Chicago with Bearded, I write off the hotel stay and the gas and anything, all that, because we thrift the whole time. You talk to your CPA. If you go on vacation and thrift, you can't write off the vacation. But if you go on a work trip where you're thrifting the whole time, for the most part, you can. My CPA wants that information. Do you get clothes online? I live in New York, and it's very difficult to get cheap secondhand stores. So yeah, there are places I've sourced from Whatnot. You can go to High Bid, Whatnot. K-Way has listed now where people are selling like their bulk inventory. You can get, yeah, there are lots of places you can source online. There's more rag houses than ever now. You can search, and they have different things. They can give you specific brands. So there are ways to do it. But also I would say, what in your area can you pick up to resell that's not clothing? You don't have to just sell clothing. I know I'm on here and talking about clothing brands and stuff, but I'm all about making money. This morning I sold, or this afternoon I sold a Guitar Hero, a guitar off my porch for cash. Flake. It wasn't a Facebook flake. They came and paid. Right. I just listed a Callaway golf driving bag thing. So I'm buying hard goods. It's in the other room, but I just bought an Orvis carry-on. So what can you get that you can sell local? Doesn't have to be clothing. I didn't get into clothes. I just got into clothing because I saw there's a lot around me, and there's money to be made there. No, I plan on thrifting into all vacations. I know. I thrift to go on vacation too. It's tough too, because right now I'm really in a mode of like saving and investing, trying to get to a certain point. You know, like people are like, oh, I want to get full-time reselling. And I'm like, I want to get full-time to this spot. And it seems so far away. And you watch all these like people online who are like, don't spend any money on vacations. Don't go on vacations. And I'm like, yeah, but my kids are young, and I don't want them to be 8 and 9 or 6 and 9 right now. And then not go on vacations for 10 years and then miss out on all that. So it's balance for sure. I know that's a tangent, but anyways, keep an eye out for vintage Patagonia stand-up shorts. Crazy sell-through rate. Yes, stand-up shorts. Those are great. Those are like my favorite Patagonia. Patagonia stand. They have a really weird pocket. Let's see if it's the one I'm thinking of. Let's get on there. You guys know we come on here, we talk stuff, we learn stuff. Okay, so here's a pair of stand-up shorts. Stand-up shorts. Let's look at this pair right here. I'm going to bring you guys over with me. And hope they don't have a picture of the back pocket. Yeah, there they are. This is what you're looking for on these Patagonia stand-up shorts. This is the back pocket. The back pocket looks like this. And then the Patagonia hits right there. So you don't have your normal, these are your back pockets. They're slanted like that. They're like a half moon. So these are the Patagonia stand-up shorts. Really good. Cookie, good call out on that one. Stand-up shorts by Patagonia. I love finding these. I don't find them very often, just maybe a couple times a year. So good call out on that. How do you import your receipts? Itemize, or do you do? So what I do is I do an average cost of good for because I typically just buy all my stuff from thrift stores. And my average cost of goods $5.25. So I do everything when I do my taxes and spreadsheet. $5.25 is my average cost of good. Is what I do. Dumpster. Do you? Let me see something real quick. Do you list, say, 30 items all at once, or like 3 to 5 every day? So to be honest, Emilio, I don't have a set schedule, which I like. I did that for forever, right? I did that, school, college, and then when I taught, set schedule. Now I know I need to get 70 to 120 items listed a week. So today I listed 30 items at a sitting at the place. But a lot of times, most of the time, I'll do 5 before I go into the thrift store. I'll do 2 before I go to soccer practice. I'll do another 10 at night. So I usually spread my listings out. But yeah, it just depends. But remember, I take my photos from my phone, I batch that up, and then I list everything from my phone. That's how I do it. So hopefully that helps out. Hello from OKC. Kim, we are frenemies for the next couple weeks, for the record. Finally, I'm not your live, or you're in. Hey, is that what you're saying? You're finally here? What's up, Roberto? Repping the Pacers in the Caribbean. Duh. Heck yeah, my wife and I both. We're huge Pacer fans. She has that same Reggie Miller jersey right there with the pinstripes. Yeah, we're huge. We're huge Pacer fans. Always have been. I mean, we're both from this area. Diehard Pacer fans. Do I sell Tommy Hilfiger? No, for the most part. I will tell you what does sell for Tommy Hilfiger pretty good. Are men's vintage Tommy Hilfiger jeans. Vintage Tommy Hilfiger jeans. Let's go over there and look. I'll bring you guys over again. Again, I'm going to take you guys with me. We're going on rides tonight. So yeah, something like this. These wide leg Tommy Hilfiger jeans. That's what I'm looking for. Something like that with that big hit right there. These wide leg, these skater South Pole looking. Just that Y2K denim. That's kind of what I'm looking for with Tommy Hilfiger. Other than that, I'm really not picking much up. Other than that, like shirts and stuff, I'm really not picking a lot up. Tommy Hilfiger was my first clothing sale that got me going in clothing in 2016, though. It's when it was really big, like the Jenners were all wearing it, the Kardashians, and it was a big hit, Tommy Hilfiger. And then it kind of went out of style about 2 years after that. What's up, Lakeland? Kevin, Lakeland, Florida. I saw the weather in Florida. It's not too much different than here right now. I found it. Do I sell that brand right there? No, I don't. I don't pick it up. I see it at every thrift store on every aisle I go down. And usually when that's the case, it's not a pickup. It's not a pickup. Yeah, that's a weird pocket on those. I know. So they'll stand out, and they feel like, if you know Duluth pants, the very canvasy pants by Duluth, the fire hose, they feel like that. They're very thick canvas. Very thick canvas. All right, Heather, I'm only 30 to 40 sales a month, but I maxed out listings. Having to do seasonal items this summer. I know we'll lose track of things. 36 items over 250 equals store cost. Saves me rotating. There you go. So yeah, you can do that too. Whatever you need to do. Remember though, when you do if you do happen to get an eBay store or anything for your business, again, I said this earlier in the live, there are going to be newbies here. So if you hear me repeat myself over and over, guess what? I was a teacher, and that's what I did all the time, especially with my life skill students. I repeated myself a lot. So that's just part of it. There's always new eyes. So, yes, you'll get to a point where you'll need an eBay store maybe. You'll want to use Nifty. You'll want to use something. Those are tax deductible. So you're paying for them up front, and then you're writing those off against your profits at the end of the year. So just know that. Patagonia Iron Forge hempware has been selling well too. There you go. Ethan knows his stuff very, very well. Knows a lot about Ralph Lauren stuff too. But there you go. Iron Forge hempware for Patagonia. So look that one up too, guys. If you put your cost of goods on Nifty, do you also have to enter in purchase into expenses side of the programs? Seems like Nifty would put that under inventory purchases for you. Brittany, that's a good question to ask the customer service at Nifty. That would be a good question. Do you also have to enter in purchase in the expense side? So I only use a little bit of Nifty's spreadsheet. I have my own that I've always used in my CPA, and I have made it kind of together, and she likes what I do with it. So that's what I use for my spreadsheets. I bought 2 t-shirts that had V with the snake. Later, I realized that they might be Vion. I'm worried about being unlisted. I don't know that brand. Can I list them unbranded? I can tell you can probably list them on Poshmark and Depop and Mercari. But I don't know if I would on eBay. And eBay for me, it's my motherboard, my mothership. You know, that's where I make all my money. So I'm not trying to mess up on eBay, and they don't play around. You list counterfeit items, even if they think it's counterfeit, you could get suspended, and they don't mess around. They won't let you back on. I know if you guys watch Daily Refinement, Chris, he got kicked off of eBay permanently years back. So, yeah. Do you make money on shipping? Don't you put in how much the item weighs when you list it? Yes. So if you print your labels at home and you don't pass the shipping discount to your buyers, which I don't on eBay, yes, you do. So, for example, on this first shirt, they paid $7.10. I probably paid $5.70 for the shipping label since I printed it at home. If you print the shipping labels at home, you'll get a discount on the shipping cost, which helps pay the fee, like eBay fees or whatever fees. What was your average listing per week? When I started, what was your average listings per week? Man, it's been so long. I honestly don't know. I would list as much as I could. At the time, I did have Jameson at the time. When we're talking clothing, I just list when I could. To be honest, it was a little bit addictive. Like, this is paying the bills, this is paying vacation. I don't remember. My processes were a lot slower. My listings weren't a whole lot slower, but I would write everyone's name on the box. So I'd write the person's name and address on the box. I'd go to the post office and do it on the self postal service weigh machines or whatever, and then type in their address, print off each label, put it over there. That's how I did it. So it took me a long time. I was not very streamlined back then. I don't know the answer to that question, how many I did a day. Tommy Hilfiger pillow shams are good vintage. There you guys go. See? That's why we're all in here together. We always learn from each other. Think Lululemon's having a big drop-off right now. I do, Theo. I do. I think men's stuff's still selling well. The newer women's stuff and heavier good stuff still selling. But there was a time where everything Lulu would sell for $20 plus, everything. And that's not the case now. And I think there's a lot of things to it. Lulu's been around a while. They throw out millions of items a year. I mean, push out in the marketplace millions of items a year. So it's just a very saturated market. And more I'm seeing it on Whatnot, which means people are getting it discounted. So that doesn't help the price at all either. So yeah, Lululemon. I still sell like quite a bit of men's. I mean, here's a men's shirt I just took a picture of. I still pick up men's Polo Lululemon. And if you're new here, like I knew this was Lululemon right away because it has that seam right there. I'm giving you the middle finger, but it has that seam right there. How do you price new FootJoy polo shirts? It would have to be the design. If it's a plain solid, it would be like in the 30s. It was striped, it'd probably be like 39 or 42, something like that. If it was all over print, it'd probably be it'd be more than that. It'd just have to be what the design is. So for example, I'm going to tell you, if Marshalls or TJ Maxx are having a huge clearance event, that particular FootJoy, this FootJoy right here, could be all over the country, this exact model. And a lot of people are doing the same thing you are, buying this exact model, and they're just going to undercut everybody. So, but if it's a model that not a lot of people have online, you can obviously price it up. But you'll run into that if you do some retail arbitrage. I saw a baby Pacers jersey 2 weeks ago, and one thought I should sell quick since it's the finals. But I went the next day and it was gone. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. You guys watched my last live. I sold a pair of Pacers shorts, right? Can't make that up. Cannot make that up. That's what happens. So get your MLB stuff listed, guys. The Cubs are good right now. Listed Cubs stuff, all that. All that. Do I sell Nautica? Nope. Nautica used to be semi-hot when Tommy Hilfiger was hot too. I don't really sell Nautica. Now, are there those few pieces of Nautica that sell? Yes. Let me show you guys. Let's go for another ride. You ready for this? I am. Let's go. Okay. We're going to get, this is how you know. If let's do vintage men's Nautica. I don't need large, just vintage men's Nautica. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Vintage kids Nautica. I'm going to mute that. And what we're going to do, we're going to come down here and we're going to look at, we'll do pre-owned. There's 15,000 plus pre-owned, and then we're going to look at sold. Now, obviously, we're going to see a sell-through rate. So there's 15,000 available, and there are 1,700 sold. So a 10% sell-through rate on vintage Nautica. Not good. But let's go even farther. We're going to sort this by the highest price to the lowest. So these are going to be the items that you want to look for. Crazy ski outfit. But look, we're at the highest selling items in the past 90 days on the very first page. And there's only a few items over $100. Look, at the bottom of the page, we're getting into $100, less than $100, 79. So we're talking about down jackets, not leather jackets, down jackets, barn jackets. So we're on the very first page of 1,700 items, and we're in the 60s. That is not good. So number one, it's got a 10% sell-through rate. Number two, you could find one of the best, coolest pieces of Nautica that's vintage, and you'd be lucky to get $50 or $60 for it. Let's go to page 7. $30, $35, $30. So do I pick up Nautica? No. Nautica is not a brand to pick up. And you can do what I just did with any brand. So let's do it with Polo Ralph Lauren. Polo Ralph Lauren, same thing. Check this out. Look at these prices. And that's on, that was on bids, or one of those were on bids. Look at these prices. Now we're crazy. This is why Polo, we're talking thousands. And then we go all the way down to the bottom of the page. And we'll go to page 9. And we're still at $500, $400, $500. Let's go all the way to page, let's go to page 13. We're still at $400. That's what you want to do. You want to look up a brand, price it highest to lowest, sold, used, and look at the first few pages. That's going to help you decide if that's a brand you want to pick up or not. What's up, Nick in the house? Nick is going to have good info because he always does. Nifty will show you your cost of goods, and then you don't have to enter inventory purchases. If you do cash in, cash out accounting, then you want to use an inventory cost option. There you guys go. So I'll leave that in there for a second. Over here, taking notes. That's what we do. That's what we do over here. We take notes. What happened if you list more than 250 items on eBay? A lot of times you'll get insertion fee charges, and those charges will add up to more than what a store would cost on eBay. So it makes more sense to have a store than pay insertion fees. So yeah, if you, I know we have 88 people here. If you're on Facebook, give me a thumbs up. See if Facebook's up on here. Make sure to itemize your home office. It's 1,500 versus 15,000 credit. There you go. Itemize your home office. Oh, yeah. There you guys go. I want to say David Beckham. All right, let's get into some sales real quick so I can show you guys what sold. Again, there are going to be some newer brands here, so we're going to take notes. Take some notes. I'm happy. You guys are not, because this is just a repeat. Okay, Christine, I appreciate you. Thumbs up on Facebook. Polo Ralph Lauren. I found that I'm like, I have 3 more of these. Like, these sold so quick. I bought a whole bunch of these for $10 a piece and sold them for 30 each. I'm like, why are these last 3 not selling? Well, I entered in the wrong quantity. So I listed the 3 more, and I sold 2 of them really quickly. One on eBay, you'll see one on Poshmark. So $10 into $29.99 sold via promoted listing. As always, as of recent, I'll let you know if it's, look, we got our thumbs up. We got our thumbs up. Shannon, we got our thumbs up. Thumbs up, 3 of them. I'll let you know if it's promoted, eBay, or Nifty sale. Nifty sale. And when it's promoted, I promote all my items at 9%. If it's an eBay sale or regular sale, it's just a regular, someone came and bought it. If it's a Nifty sale, Nifty, I can tell you Nifty sent out an offer. Nifty is the Crosslisting and automation system I use. I have a YouTube video on that. So you can watch that if you want to. I have a Nike polo shirt here that sold for $17.99. I've said it recently. Nike polos are doing okay. Nike polos holding up. $17.99, and this thing sold pretty quick. A Nike polo shirt. I'm even thinking about, I have a Nike bin down there. That one right there. Boop. I might take those out and take photos on my new photo station, because this is not much different than some of those in there. And this was taken on my new photo station. The pictures look much better. So Nike polo shirt, standard fit. It's got the newer, that's a newer screen print, and it's got a little bit of a geometric pattern to it. Sold for $17.99, regular eBay sale. Just got my 3rd. Oh man, you're beating me, Nick. Dang it, I hate getting beat. Just got my 3rd Poshmark suspension after liking the live stream. Thanks a lot. I know I'm passing the bad juju on. Nick, I'm on my 2nd. So right now you're beating me. I was on my 2nd. I can cross this now. Look. Watch, everybody. Let's see. Let's see if I even have anything. See if I have anything to import. I don't even know if I have anything to import. Yeah. Let's see. We'll do it. We'll see in a second. But yeah, I'm sorry, Nick. But the good news is, as you know, you've done it twice. Poshmark's just taking that off really quick. Even they sent me, like, the first time they sent me, this is a one-time thing that we'll let it pass. This next one was like, you're good. We're sorry we flagged you. You didn't break any rules. And this is going to Scott. It looks like you're blushing a little. Did K-Way slide into your DM? K-Way sends me little pictures of his feet all the time. Gets me going. If you guys watch his videos, especially his garage videos, you're gonna see his little feet out there, nasty, walking out there in the. I can't walk barefoot outside unless, like, I know I'm gonna be getting a pool or shower. But no, this is probably from the sun. We did soccer tryouts yesterday for the team, and that's another thing I want to talk about. So, I'm our club's top team head coach. So they're a lot of pressure and all that. We have lots of practices, lots of games year round. So I spend a ton. That's like it's an unpaid side hustle, but it's paid in, like, I get to coach my son. So I spend a ton of time doing that, just so you guys know too. I don't know if I expressed that, but I was thinking last night. Yeah, that's from that. That's from being outside yesterday. Do you allow offers or no offers on eBay since you promote? Good question. So what I do is I allow offers on items that are usually over $35. I take best offers. Most items, for example, that Nike shirt and that Polo Ralph Lauren, I price at the low end of the market and I don't accept offers. I still promote them. I still let Nifty send out offers, but I do not do best offer on those items because I price them at the low end of the market. I know they'll sell for that price, which they do. Yeah. I've been lucky so far. Ralph Black, don't worry about it. If you do, they unsuspend you in like two seconds. Evening show tonight. You know it, Luke. Got that evening show. This sold via promoted listings, and I priced it at $29 or $23.99. Again, low end of the market. This was $5.99. I just got this recently and listed it recently. Just a Nike new tag shirt. $23.99. So second Nike item in a row that's sold. And I know, I mean, there's a lot. I don't know if I see many resellers out there at all talk about picking up Nike. Do you guys? I don't know. I honestly don't know if I see anybody out there talking about picking up Nike. 2 items in a row, $17.99 and $23.99. So an average of $20, $10 and a 40. That's how I make my money. That's how I make my money. That's how we make our money. Unless you're Nick over here making big old buku bucks selling those hard goods. They keep saying it's an error. Yeah, it's nonsense. It's just nonsense. K-Way thrifts barefoot. He has no shame. I know. It must be what those Irish people do. They're always barefoot all the time. I don't know. They're tough guys. Your son looks like dad. Does my son? People have been saying my son looks like me. I think my kids look like my wife. They both have brown eyes. My wife does have a specific look. She's got a distinctive look to her, and they look like her. Is Van Heusen selling? Ethan, I had to look at your name before I did that. Don't listen to that. He knows the answer to that one. And if you're newer in here, no, do not pick it up because I know y'all see it all the time. You're like, I see that all the time. I've been passing it. Yep, and you should be. It's been hit or miss. What I hear from other resellers on Nike. Yeah, there you go. It is. I don't pick up all Nike. Some of my stores price it. But there are certain polos like with that symmetric. I mean, I sold that within a week. Both of those I sold within a week. Do you sell the brand Champion or Adidas? Some. I have some Adidas polos that I sell. I really like selling Adidas golf shorts. They have the stretchy waistband and the kind of like. I don't even know if I have any. Actually, I do have a new pair. What did I do with it? Is it? I don't think I have a pair. The stretchy Adidas waistband shorts. I do like picking those up for golf. Would you be interested in bulk wholesale selling buying? Would you be interested in bulk wholesale and buying? Yeah. This is the thing though too. I'm trying to get lots of different streams of revenue, right? So like K-Way and I talked for an hour last night, and he's really diving in deep into wholesaling, which is great, and getting wholesaling and stuff. But like here at my house, I can't have pallets here and stuff like that. So would I do wholesale? Yes. If 2 50-pound boxes arrived at my house and they were great items and I was getting them from a low buy cost, that's great. I'll take them downstairs and take photos of them. But I'm going to continue to thrift. I love thrifting. And the thing is, my buy cost here is so cheap and I have no trouble finding inventory. It's hard to want to do bulk buying when I get stuff cheap, But yeah. If you guys haven't been to List It, K-Way's List It, he's got a ton of stuff on there for bulk buying if you want to buy bulk buy. People are selling bulk buy wholesale and selling like really good deals. I love Ralph Lauren. God, I love Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren shorts, $4. They sold them for $30. It's just so good. It's so good, Ralph Lauren. What do I have that's... First of all, here are those Adidas shorts I'm talking about. These are the Adidas shorts I like to get. They're $365. They're stretchy. They have this tacky feeling. Adidas right here. They have your little hit on the back. Where's that pair of shorts I took pictures of today? Oh, oh, out here. These are, I just sold a pair of green ones of these, but these heavy duty Polo Ralph Lauren shorts, these are great. These cargo, look, they're orange. I know, I just love Polo Ralph Lauren. I don't even know if they'll sell that great, but they'll go in my cargo bin right there. There you guys go. Tell Ethan what to get, Cookie. Tell Ethan, tell him what to get. He doesn't know. I just listed my first Nike item yesterday, so we'll see how that goes. I hope it goes well. Again, not all Nike does well, but there's a lot to do. And I take that back. The Resell Brothers on, if you guys watch the Resell Brothers, they sell Nike Pro Combat. I think I watched some of their YouTube stuff. I got an offer on my Green FootJoy for $27. I don't know what the FootJoy looks like, but you have to decide if you want to take that offer or not. I don't know. I can't believe how well Adidas swoosh pants sell. Oh, man. You see those Dazzle or whatever I'm talking about? These right here? I swear to God, it's like you guys know exactly. I have the items right here at hand. Ain't nobody doing that. Yeah, check these out. These like these Dazzle pants and the swoosh pants, they do crazy. And these are new old stock from 2008. New old stock from 2008. Woo-wee. Mm-hmm. Love Resell Bros. I like them too, Luke. I like them too. They have my kind of sense of humor. So I definitely like those guys. So if you guys don't watch the Resell Bros, they don't put out a ton of content just because I think I don't want to say, I guess I can say kill it. They just kill it on eBay. I mean, those guys sell so much stuff. So I just think they're probably just so busy, but they do put out content, probably more content than I do for sure. But yeah, it's Resell Brothers. Follow them. They're really good to watch too. You'll learn stuff. A lot of bread and butter stuff too. These are new without tags Nike 5, or not Nike, Under Armour 5XL. I bought these for $5 a piece. Sold them, 2 of them for $43.98 going internationally. So $5 a piece on these, new without tags. $10 into $43.98 going internationally. They were sold via promoted listing. They were sold via promoted listing. That one I don't need to look at the name because it's got that address. It's going up to you, Nick. It's going up to Glendale Heights. Coming to you, Nick. People are 3 stripes for life out there. Oh, for sure. Especially in the soccer world. What's up, Katie? What's up, Katie? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, different time of night. I know. But yeah, soccer world too. A lot of people love Adidas. Someone going to ask you the model, the Dazzle shorts. Nick, so when I was listing those and the Dazzle, like you talked the other day, I got a sense of what you're talking about. Should we go over and look, everybody? I mean, we are here. Okay, so real quick, here are those shorts I told you I just listed. Check this out. Nick, you're watching this. Look what I can do. Look what I can do on Nifty. Do you see that right there? I just cross-listed my stuff over to Poshmark. And I know you're jealous because you are kicked off of Poshmark. I was kicked off of Poshmark. Hopefully I'm not talking. Maybe they got me a 3rd time. Come on. Go through. In the meantime, I'll go over here. eBay. Did it go through? What on earth? Okay, we'll use this one instead. Okay, all right. It's on Poshmark. Yeah. So I'm not kicked off Poshmark anymore. I'm not suspended off Poshmark. Mountain Khaki. Wasn't sure if I wanted to make that the logo. Polo Ralph Lauren. Colts. Let's cross-list some Colts over there. All right. Let's go over here instead. Check this out, guys. Dazzle or Adidas. You want to know how I know that? All day I dream about sports. Dazzle. Dazzle shorts. You guys know, if you guys are from the 90s, that's not what it's about. Look how we're modeling these. Hey, look, they're mine. Look, there I am. That's me. Look how good I look. Or best offer. Let's see. Look, that's how you get the $90 if you do that. So I'm thinking Look, guys, this is why these Dazzle shorts are selling. I mean, if I had that right there, I would do it. I'm working on it. You know, look, boom. Especially if you put a little like sock in there. I look, boom, boom. Probably the same. Yep, that's the same seller. You can tell by the pecs. Look at the tattoo. Yeah, so that's why these are selling. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Nick knows. Ask Nick. Ask Nick. Hello, Nike Performance, like Nike Swim, Run, Nike Run, has been top selling for me. There you guys go. Nike Performance, Nike Swim, running, yeah, all that stuff. So it'll say Nike Running, Nike Golf, Nike Swim. Nike Golf stuff does well for me also. Nike Tennis can do really well. Do you sell silver or gold for scrap prices? Yeah, if I had unmarked gold or silver, I would just go. I have a guy who does Meltdown, and he gives me fair price. And always know your spot price, guys. You can just pull up your phone and know spot price of gold or silver for the day. But if I have an unmarked gold or silver, I'll just melt it down. But if it's marked, not talking marked like 14K or 18K, I'm talking marked like by like a Tiffany mark or whatever, Cartier, a marking, a designer mark, it's worth more to sell it that way than to melt it down usually. Watch their hot wing contest. I saw they had a video of that. I love those guys. They're talking about Resell Brothers. They have employees, do they? Cameron, what's up, Can? Yeah, do they have employees? I didn't know that. I guess they might have said it at some point. I didn't know that. I was going to say they sell a ton. So I didn't know they had employees. What's up, John Mazda? John Mazda, are you lowering your promotional listings for the summer or keeping them the same? Keeping them the same. If anything, I'll be raising them. Summer slowdown, you know, I got to sell stuff. I mean, I got a lot of spring and summer that I need to probably put on sale. I might even go do a sale while I'm on vacation next week. Resell Brothers have a huge warehouse. It's actually crazy. For those who don't know, they post a video maybe twice a month going over their best sales and bolos. Usually it's some designer suit or crazy vintage. Yep, Luke's got it. Poshmark is going to suspend you for listing Poshmark company policies. They probably will. Poshmark, what are you doing? Poshmark, I don't care about. Poshmark didn't invite me to Poshfest. eBay invites me to things, but not Poshmark. Only way I can spell it. Hey, you're good. Yeah, the only way I can say it. Yep. All day I dream about, you know. Anybody ever have issues getting a response from Poshmark? I can't redeem funds, verification issues, countless emails sent. Girly, what I usually do is go to their page at the bottom and go to customer support and then like find a random like trouble with my account and then ask them a question from that area. Trouble with my account. Maybe not it'll ask for like a specific thing. Go to like trouble with my account or something. But I usually have really good luck when I go that route instead of like responding to one of their emails or something. Did I put a sock in mine? No, mine's on a flat lace station. It's like a pancake. You got the butt, Ralph Black. I sure do. And my wife knows that we talked about it today. My sister is here. My sister's got a butt. I got a butt. My daughter's got a butt. My nephew has a butt. It just runs in the family. Looks like Tinder pics. I know. Real. He looks like someone I used today. Yeah. The buff guy in those pictures are K-Way. Fun fact. Ethan, for real? Guys, look. Ethan said this is K-Way when he takes his shirt off. It's an optical illusion right there. That is K-Way right there. So let's just cut the head off. That's what K-Way looks like if you take his head off. So just so you know, you wonder why such a pretty person like Kayla would have married him. That's why. Obviously, it's not his personality. That's why. I think use VAs in the Philippines. Yeah. Do they use VAs in the Philippines? I know a lot of people do that. I think King, a lot of people use VAs in the Philippines. K-Way wears Rock Revival jeans. Happy married father with divorced dad shorts. Yeah, those are pretty much what those are. I don't want to judge though. Are you going to close your store down for vacation or are you just handling time? Good question, Melissa. So, YouTube, bop, bop, your YouTube channel. I'm going to go over there. And this is not, you watching this video pays me $1. So I'm not over here like saying, go watch a video, but make money on vacation. I did a video which has only 1,000 views about selling on vacation. So this is exactly what I'll do this next week. What I did in this little video right here. There's the OG right there. I missed you guys talking about Tommy Hilfiger. Does it still sell? Sorry if you mentioned it. No problem. I only look for like the Y2K vintage denim jeans. That's pretty much what I'm looking for with Tommy Hilfiger for the most part. Maybe some Y2K, like wide leg skater pants that are like the velour or kind of like those silky looking Adidas shorts, stuff like that. Maybe a down jacket or a leather jacket, but that's about it. I've been out of the loop, ready to get back into the eBay. Do you still do TikTok live thrifts or not? What's up? Okay, so Katie, I don't do TikTok live thrifts. And actually someone messaged me today about that. What's up, Central Illinois, if you're out there? The reason I don't do it is because there's a couple of reasons. Number one, I feel like I bore people because I don't find a ton of stuff in the store, and it doesn't TikTok pushes out TikTok shop now. When I used to do it, there would be, if you guys remember, there would be 500 to 1,000 every single time I'd go live. 500 to 1,000. Now there's like 60 to 70. And it just like, and I don't want to bore people, so I just don't do it live really anymore. Freaking, why is there fruit fly? I better not get fruit flies. I noticed guys were modeling their Dazzle shorts when I listed mine. I almost did it too because I think that's what it takes them to sell. I mean, I might do it. You want me to do? I mean, some people like big butts, right? Some, whatever. Whoever is into those shorts, I'm just saying. Just want to thank you, Billy. You're welcome. I don't know what for, but you're welcome. You're welcome for being an Indiana Pacer fan. You're welcome. Howdy, surfs to all you crazy cool kids. Look at Angry in here. We have our Ralph back. We have all our OGs in here. For the tips and encouragement, you're welcome. I'll check it out. Thanks. All right, let's do the next item real quick. This is a good item. Again, I'm telling you, there's going to be some items here that are going to be new to you. This brand is called Canterbury, and it's more of like I think it's an Australian brand, and I think they're known for making rugby stuff. That's what you're looking for. I do not pick everything up by this brand. Know that. But if I find a rugby, so this must be a rugby team in Australia, rugby or South Africa. This is a South African rugby team. And this sold within a couple days. This rugby, this is cotton. This is kind of vintagey. I took a best offer of $37. And there were some like it. I based it off of sold comps. So that little Canterbury, if you find that brand on rugby, make sure you do a little due diligence and you might have something nice. Commando, Ralph, you want me to go commando in those? I think those would show off all the parts. You'd see an outline of different parts if you did commando in those. I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, I don't want to be in here with that type of talk. That's how we talk in here. That's how we talk. It's a hoochie daddy season. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? I don't know. Believe it or not, I've seen price reductions at Illinois Goodwill. Someone too far and dial back. Nick, okay, this is a good thing to bring up. This is back into reselling. So Nick is in Chicago, and I met Nick. He's been on lives, and then one time we ran into each other in Chicago. And the thrift stores there are kind of pricey, and they took away a lot of the discounts. But as he's saying it, they kind of got out of hand, which ours did too for a little while. And they also dialed back prices. In fact, this week, I got 2 Lucky Brand jeans new with tags for $7.99. Used, they were doing them $20 for forever. No one bought them. So that's good to know. Nick, I'm coming to Chicago soon. And I actually do plan on that. Like, within the next 8 weeks, probably. What price per pound is considered cheap? It just depends. If you're talking about wholesale, it depends what the items are. I mean, honestly, guys, I get messages from wholesale rag companies often. I just don't post anything. This one recently offered $3 and a quarter per pound of just Ralph Lauren. 3 1/4 per pound of just Ralph Lauren. So my guess is that's like $1.50 a pop, something like that. Grade A, grade B. But I have to buy a lot, like good cash flow for it. Good for Canterbury has some great rugby jerseys. Yes. Find their national team stuff and you are set. There you guys go. There you guys go. Depends on the drugs you're about to. What's your opinion on Alpine Design? I don't buy Alpine Design. If it's what I think it is, Kathy, I don't buy Alpine Design. Pretty sure it's what I think it is. I don't buy it. I have something actually useful to contribute. Ethan, you did have something useful. You contribute. You said we got to the point where we don't pick up Van Heusen. That's something useful. If you get to put in jail on any of the platforms, verify that your crosslister and link to your accounts after had duplicate sales due to Depop jail. Ooh, there you guys go. So if you're a crosslister, yeah, make sure you don't get duplicate sales if you get in Depop jail or another jail. I've had that too. In fact, I'll take you guys over. I still have some items that look like that. You guys know me. We come into lives. We're going to just be talking about different things. Probably like, man, I need to cross list more. Like this right here. Like this probably sold when I was in Mercari jail when they had my $1,000. Look at my Atocha coin. But yeah, there's that pair of shorts I just showed you guys. Look, I need to cross list some more. Whoops. Down here, all the way down here. Look at these. What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's go to page 5. Do I have things on page 5 I need to cross list too? Ethan, you got me going. Hey, here's another Nike Swim. You talked about Nike Swim or Nike 6.0, I mean. Does pretty well. All right. Back to it. Do you think it works for girls to model the slickies? I got 3 in my store. You know what? Never hurts to try. I tell you what. There was a reseller in my area that sold vintage t-shirts, and he paid a girl to model for him, and she had big old melons. And I mean, it was like, you know, to be honest, I know I have his store saved. Do we want to go look at that? There's KOA, buy KOA. Everyone say buy KOA. My eBay. Watch list. Is it watch list or saved? Recently viewed, saved sellers. Yes, saved sellers. Right here. There it is. Okay. I'll go to it. Ready, guys? You ready? This guy paid people to model. Look. Boom. Boom. Notre Dame t-shirt. $160. Boink. Let's see if there's more. Right there. Look. And I can't make that up. This is a local reseller that I used to run into all the time. He's like, listen, I use a model to sell my. This is a great live tonight, by the way. Look at for a Mickey Mouse t-shirt. Let's see if he's actually selling stuff with those. What if all of his sold comps were those model pictures? Oh, look, Pacer jersey. We talked about that. That's Jermaine O'Neal. None of them. Guys, don't have models do your you're not making sales doing that, for the record. All right. We'll get back to it. I'm here for the humor. Who knows, reselling could be so entertaining. Yeah, that's just what we do over here. I mean, Kayla's over here would be rated X. The way we talk, it's not good. This is a Southern Tide. I just posted this on Facebook. If you don't follow me on my Facebook page, you'll see I post daily. I'm going to post more often too over there, guys. Just bolos or things or whatever. For example, it's not a great sale, but this is what my business is built off of. Southern Tide cotton nylon spandex blend. I bought this for $1 at a church sale just recently. I think I did a video on it. $1 into $19.99, sold via promoted listing. So melons, I mean, what do you want me to say? Boobs, whatever, you know, we're all adults in here. I'll tell you something else too. I mean, sometimes it is blabber, but when I taught adapted PE, I had equipment in different buildings throughout the district and in closets and things like that, so I wouldn't have to take it everywhere. And at the high school, there was an equipment closet that I'd have equipment in. And so one day I went in there and opened it up, and this girl, this teacher, was in there hanging out with pumping milk for her kid. And she's like, oh, and I'm like, listen, it's not that big a deal. I have 2 kids. I've seen it all. I don't care. I know it's probably embarrassing for you, but I don't care. It means nothing to me. But yeah, that's a story. That's a teacher story. This for research purposes. No. Throw your skinny dazzle shorts to look like women model t-shirts. I'm not putting those shorts on. You know, guys, I'm not even wearing shorts right now. So it's better even now. I don't wear shorts most of the time. When I walk around the house, we're just hanging out. Love church sales. Me too, Ralph. Thought about that again. I think about when I drive. I think a lot, and I love church sales. Yeah, it seems like, Jessica, seems like an effective marketing tactic. You know what? OF's out there, and people are making a lot of money on OF, right? So let it happen. I don't judge. People can make their money however they want. I don't judge or care. It doesn't affect me. And if it makes people money, so be it. I just laugh. I think it's hilarious. This is an Under Armour polo. The reason I picked this one up is because these tend to sell a little bit better for me. When they say cold black on them, cold black, and when you feel them, they're really cool to the touch. These sell pretty quickly for Under Armour polos. This sold for $14.99. $14.99. Hold on a second. This goes on here. Boop. $14.99. What's up from Nashville? What's up, Nashville? What's up, Nashville? I know it's hot down there too, right, Nashville? You're getting rain too, aren't you, Nashville? Nashville is building a new stadium for the Tennessee Titans, guys. The Tennessee Titans. They're building a new stadium. Going to David just to make sure. So that sold for $14.99, but it sold within a week. Up to you. But when I find those cold black for $5, I know they sell fast. I'm going to pick them up. Pair of North Face shorts. These are cargo shorts, nylon with the belt. These sold for $19.99 at that point. No judgment. Just let your freak flag fly. That's what I'm talking about, Dora. Let that freak flag fly. That's my, you can't see it, but that Hawaiian, I'll get my own freak flag. I'll get a Surf's Up freak flag. And I know how to turn it off and turn it on, right? As a teacher, I could turn it off. Coach soccer, I can turn it off. All right, that sold for $19.99 to Adam, North Face. Here's another shirt I got at that same church sale for $1. Mezzanine Main, 2XL, no tuck. You guys, maybe I'm missing out on something, but I don't think I've ever found a no tuck Mezzanine Main. On the tag, it said no tuck right down here. No tuck Mezzanine Main. This sold for $22.99, and this sold like within a week too. So this sold really quick. 2XL, no tuck. So look for those no tuck Mezzanine Main, $22.99. That's what it sold for. Some guy in dazzle shorts was watching me pump milk. The tooth behind the end of the teaching career. Yeah, so she reported me to the administration, said this guy wearing only dazzle shorts walked in the room. He did have a really good looking six-pack, though, I must say. And I was breastfeeding. I mean, I was pumping. And it was awkward. And they fired me without even asking me if it happened. Because, you know, that's what they do these days. They just fire people. They don't even ask. Yeah, it was pretty hot today in Nashville. Yeah, it was hot here in India. I know Nashville is hot. It's about 5 hours south of here. Help a newbie. eBay 1099 doesn't include shipping fees through eBay, refunds, anything else that's actually transactional through eBay. I didn't turn in shipping to CPA last year. How to file an amendment? Yes. So shipping fees through eBay 1099 doesn't include shipping fees. I believe the 1099 eBay sends is the total amount of money you've received from eBay, from sellers through eBay. Pretty sure. And you do all your deductions from there. The 1099, whatever that big figure is, hopefully it's a big figure, is the entire amount you got paid, shipping, everything. And you take out your costs and fees and stuff. Under Armour and Oakley polos have been selling pretty fast in the 15 to 20 range. I like it. I like it. Yes. That's good. That's good to know, guys. Be cognizant. Be careful with the Oakley. They do sell some Oakley polo at Costco. So just know. Curse Trisha Smith. The flat lay hanger. Trisha Smith. She made me get Alan Flusser. I said this brand does not sell and I don't pick it up. And she said, if you get crazy styles of Alan Flusser, it sells. Alan Flusser crazy print shirt. Okay. It sold. She was right. Sold for $20.70. That was a Nifty sale. Nifty sent out an offer. Someone accepted it. So, Trisha, if you're out, she's in Disney right now, actually. If you're out there at Disney watching the fireworks somewhere, Alan Flusser sold. Okay? You were right. You were right. I was wrong. I'm used to hearing that from K-Way a lot. And you heard me hearing it from him. Hell yeah, Dora, let's go. Tonight is income. You have to do expenses separate. You can run a report on eBay and postage pay fees. There you go. Angry Otter always comes in here with really good tax advice, actually. All right, next item is a Duluth. If you've been following me a little while, I bought a whole bunch of these Duluths together. I just couldn't pass them up. There was one right after another. I lotted like 6 or 7 of them up, and then a few of them I listed separately because they had cool little, these have little lawnmowers on it. Sold for $13.50. I paid $5 for it. Don't judge me. I just bought them all. They were really quick to list and yeah. So please don't judge me on that. Duluth trading shirts I don't normally pick up. So unless they're new with tags. And I'm talking for $5.25, my buy cost. Although I have a business name, there you go. And with the states, number with the states, in your opinion, is it really necessary for reselling? No, it's not. You don't have to. I don't. It's not necessary for reselling. Now, to buy pallets and things like that, sometimes you have to have a wholesale license or reselling license or something. I don't know. I haven't done it, but a business license or something. I don't have that. Here's a Travis Matthew polo for $20. Travis Matthew polo with, the reason I say for $20 because it has a little golf course on the sleeve. Happy to get rid of that for $20. If I would have known I still had that in my inventory, and that is an older picture, it's on my wood floor, I would have dropped that to $15. I need to go through my listings and drop the price of some stuff. But yeah, Travis Matthew, $19.99, and it was a regular sale. That was probably a Nifty recreate sale. Nifty recreating that sale. It's probably what sold that, to be honest. I've had that for a while. Another very colorful, guys, get out your colorful, crazy shirts. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren Gregor. Polo Ralph Lauren Gregor. You would think this would sell for like $70. Well, the comp said it doesn't. The comp said it sells for around $38. So that's what it sold for. 5 into 38. I actually tried this on. I was thinking about keeping it myself. I didn't like the way it looked on me, so I didn't. But there are a couple polos. There are 3 polos that I did keep for myself. Save money is made money. right? So $15 is what I paid for those 3 polos. Maybe I'll sell them at some point. But they'll look nice on the cruise. Michael. Okay. Next is another pair of bare bottoms. If you've been watching my lives recently, guys, I think just about every live I've been selling bare bottom. So used bare bottom shorts. There's the little symbol you'll be looking for. Bare bottoms. These sold for $21.99 via promoted listing. Ooh, okay, we got some good. Any supersonic stuff? I don't have supersonic stuff. Who is was it Sean Kemp? Was Sean Kemp the guy on the Sonics? Sean Kemp? I feel like he was. $21.99 for these. They cost me $3. There you go. Thinking ya. Do you think listing a bulk brings traffic to your store as opposed to listing here and there? Honestly, Netflips, I think your store just needs to be active. You need to be listing, sending out offers, all that. You need to be active on your store. Nifty delists and relists all my stuff daily and sends out offers, so eBay thinks I'm always active, but I also do list daily. And I'm in the camp, again, what I say doesn't mean that's the way to do it. There's a million ways to do things. Right when I was packing stuff up, I was watching Tech and Sports. And, you know, he said he does things different than I do, and they sound really great. So there's a million different ways to do things. But coming down to it, I list all my items as I can. I don't keep them in drafts. I don't do drafts. If I have the item and it's ready to be listed, I don't save it. I just list it right away. That's what I do. But I also list every day. I list every day. If the business name is, yeah, so there you guys go. You guys can read that one. Girly girl. Okay, there you go. You guys are answering each other's questions. Never saw the benefits of having that. Yeah. Surfs, do you do 9% promote? Does it get through enough sales to account for the profits? I'm promoting 3 to 5%. I do. So Ralph Black, yes. For me, yes. Again, you guys are hearing me rattle off how much my buy cost is and sold via promoted listing. So it might shave off $1 or $2 on my $20 listings or whatever. But to me, to sell those items quicker, it's worth it. And if that's the way eBay is playing the game now, and that's how you get more sales, I'm going to play that game. So let's talk about it. I have one more item to ship, and then we'll talk about it. This is a Vineyard Vines performance shirt with a club embroidery on the sleeve. So I do pick up Vineyard Vines performance shirts with a club embroidery. That was $17.99 via promoted listing. So how many things do we sell on eBay? I don't know. Let's say 17 to 20, maybe something like that we just packed together on eBay. Let's count how many were promoted. And then you can kind of decide. And remember, you're not married to it. You can always go back. And eBay's not paying for me to say any of this stuff. I am going to be going to the eBay thing, but they don't pay me to do any. I don't get paid by eBay to do any of this stuff. Via promoted listings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out of the 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 11 out of 17 were promoted. So it's up to you. Used to work for a CPA. She always suggests file your taxes. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you got to do that for sure. All right, you guys are talking to each other. Good. Instead of dropping the price, do you run old items at auction? It's an option, C Rich. I've done that before. And I've also dropped the price and the stuff still sits. So it's totally up to you. Yeah, I know some people do like a knockdown system. Every 3 months or a couple months, as it doesn't sell, they drop it down 10%, another 10%, another 10%, another 10% until it sells. So it's up to you. What I usually do is just knock down the price. When I'm cross listing or something, so if I'm over on Nifty and I see an item that got relisted or something like that, let's go way back to right here. So like this Lululemon red shirt, I've had that for a while. Look at that wood background, right? So I'll probably, you can change it. You can change the price on that. So I can change the price on this. I can change the price on that. And that's probably what I would do. I would just drop this to like $15. And if it still didn't sell, I would drop it to 10. That's what I do. But again, you don't have to do what I do. Oh, there you guys go. Required for eBay sales. There you guys go. Also, do you pick up Laurel Piana blazers in decent condition? See, Rich, it just depends. I don't pick up every Laurel Piana, but most I do because they're connected usually to a good brand. I always pick up, as long as it doesn't have flaws, 100% cashmere Laurel Piana. I don't care what brand it's associated with. I pick it up. Look at you. Everyone's talking, saying, thanks, Angry. Do you think promoting on Poshmark is worth it? I don't think so, Melissa. From what I hear, most people say no. Is it worth it? Many people say no, but I get half of my sales the first week from promoted listings. What are your thoughts? Okay, so the honest truth, Melissa, I've never done it. From what I've heard from people that have said for the most part, they don't think it's worth it. But then if there's someone like you coming in saying it's worth it to you, there's different opinions. So I can't tell you like yes or no. For me on eBay, I'm sitting here telling you 11 out of my 17 sales were via promoted listings. It's worth it to me. I don't know about Poshmark. What's up, Amy D? Hey, Amy D, you missed it. We talked about boobs. We talked about men's packages and abs and all sorts of fun stuff. You missed it. You're going to have to go back and watch it all. All right. Here is a pair of Levi's. You guys can guess what platform these sold on. Levi's denim orange tab striped shorts from the 90s. They sold for $28 and they weren't boosted, which means Depop. They were not boosted, which is their version of promoted, which I promote everything on Depop. Melissa, everyone I know that has promoted on Posh are disappointed with it. There you go. Yeah, so all of us are in a chat right now talking to each other. I'm just telling you my sold stuff, and we're all coworkers. So there you go. Someone's saying, Angry's out there saying a lot of people I know don't like Posh promoters. So your coworkers are saying, I got a spike the first week and then kind of flatlined after the promoted Poshmark. Yes, Jessica, I don't know if it was you or if it was someone else that came in earlier this week or last week saying the first week they did well and then the next 2 weeks it fell off. I don't know if it was you or someone. Yeah, I know, Amy. I know. From now on, you can't do these conversations without me. I know. Listen, Dazzle shorts, yeah, they're a thing. And they show, they show pretty well what you got cooking. Poshmark. 7 sales on Poshmark. While I was suspended, I got 7 sales on Poshmark. And then I'm unsuspended. If you guys are just now joining me, I got unsuspended real quick. Oh yeah, you also missed that. A story of teaching. You're just going to have to go back and watch it. Playing with my equipment in my closet. Shut up. I only did that a couple times, but no one's supposed to know. Depop is just getting buyers to pay. Yeah, that's good. We need that. That's the biggest gripe with Depop, right? Not people not paying. The good thing is your item doesn't actually sell or get delisted off like other platforms unless someone buys it. pays for it. Yeah, there you go. Dora, you guys say hey. All right, let's go through the list. EB. What is EB? Oh, EB. I write down and I tell you how much I sold it for. $30. This is a brand you want to be on the lookout for. It's called Emmanuel Berg. Emmanuel Berg. Be on the lookout for that brand. Emmanuel Berg. They're just a really good feeling stretchy shirt. Kind of feels like a mezzanine main. Sold for $30. Emmanuel Berg. That might have been you. It might have been you, Jessica. Yeah. I mean, because it's the exact same story. So if it wasn't you, it's the exact same story. As far as like that happening, which means it's happened to two people or it was you. Don't make me do it. Don't let me do that. It's got to go. It's got to go priority. We're doing Poshmark now. So $5 into 30. Emmanuel Berg's what we're looking out for. Oh, Serenity now. Serenity says Poshmark just suspended me 7 days for delist and relisting. Not very happy. Serenity, it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Listen, I was on my second until today. They suspended me last night, and I sent them an email, and this morning I was unsuspended. Okay. And then I was suspended once before, and they unsuspended me too. But Nick's in here. He was suspended 3 times. The reason I say it's okay is because they unsuspend you real quick. You just need to send them a message saying, I didn't break any of the policies. I've been delisting items that I've sold other places, which aren't against the policies, and I'm only listing brand new items. And they just come with an email now and apologize. If you follow me on Facebook, I put a picture of what they said to me, their email. So follow me on Facebook. I put on there. And I said, let's have a contest. Who has the most suspensions? Right now, Nick's leading with 3. You thought Wayne was the only one in the closet? I know, right? Wayne is in the closet. He acts like he's not, but he is. And I'm good with that. Hey, it's Pride Month. I don't care. I'm all about that. Love is love, people. Love is love. Another one of those Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. This was $30. I sold for $30 and I bought it for $10. You guys know the deal with these. What time is it locally here? It is 10:08. Who's winning the Texas game in the College World Series? Who's winning? Texas Tech or Texas? Who's winning and what inning is it? 7 innings in softball. Who's winning? Barely found my first mezzanine main shirt this week. What do you mean you barely found it? What do you mean you barely found it? I'm glad you found it. Good thing, right? Next item is a Taylor Stitch polo shirt. I think I talked about this recently in a video. Taylor Stitch, really good brand to be on the lookout for. A lot of you know that by now, but they're always new people. Taylor Stitch, good brand. This sold very quick actually, I think it sold within like a day or two of me cross-listing it over to Poshmark for $24. $24. Are you going to stop promoting on eBay when they start charging, even when they don't promote your item? That's not a for sure thing yet, William. So we'll see. The eBay Open is going to be a great place for me to ask those questions. Shoot, this should have gone in priority. And I will be asking those questions. So it's just something I'm going to have to think about at that time. Now, you just have to remember, the platforms need us just as much as we need them. Mercari was a clear example of that. And the buyers, they need them too, obviously. When Mercari did their shenanigans, they went back and went back to the old way. Things, they ebb and flow. eBay might try something out. They're trying it out in other parts of the world. We'll see how it goes over there. There you go. Weighted average on suspicion. Make sure you have a lot of items in your Posh closet so when you delist, it doesn't auto suspend. There you go. Absolutely. Okay. Texas winning top of the 7th. What's the score, Billy? What's the score? Texas is winning. I want Texas Tech to win. The pitcher for Texas Tech is the first girl or woman, I guess, but girl, young lady, to make $1 million. First softball player in college to make $1 million. Well deserved. The college softball World Series It is on ESPN for 2 weeks straight. Regular ESPN, making tons of money. I'm glad she's getting paid. She deserves it. Linked Soul. I only pick up some items from them nowadays. They just don't sell as well as they did. Quarter zip, more expensive retail item I'm picking up. This sold for $23. $23. 2-to-1 game. Ooh. 2-to-1 game, and it's game 1. Best of 3. All right. Maybe Texas Tech can get one more. Put it into extra innings. Since we have gone just about everywhere, a seller on Whatnot has said, excuse me, guys, I've been edging all day. I guess that's the scariest thing I've seen. Wait. Edging all day? What is that talking about? What's edging? Am I missing something with the edging? Whatnot? It's gone just about. Everyone's seller on Whatnot said, excuse me, guys, I've been edging all day. Just like edging a yard or something inappropriate. Something inappropriate, because we like the inappropriate stuff. What are they doing over there on Whatnot? Good evening. What's up, Buc-ee's? Buc-ee's is open right now. The big lights on. The Buc-ee's in there. And they have fresh pulled or chopped brisket sandwich. You want to go over there and get it right now. I do. And their banana pudding. Should I cross-list all my listings on other platforms or just my clothing items? Net flips. Good question. So, I'll use just an example of someone I'm friend with. Bearded Thrifter. He cross-lists all his items, and he doesn't sell many clothing. He cross-lists toys and everything else, and he sells a ton on Mercari and Poshmark of like plush and this and that. And so, yeah, I would cross-list. As long as it's allowed on those platforms, I would cross-list them. Might as well. Texas is the home team, so they will have the bottom. So it's the top of the 7th. That means Texas Tech's got to score now or it's over. I wanted OU to be Texas Tech. Ethan, why? OU is always there. It's boring. They're always there. Come on. Come on. All right, brand new tags, Ben Sherman. I don't buy much Ben Sherman. It's high retail, low resell. You buy this at Nordstrom's, high, and the resell is not that great. These were new tags, though, for $7.99. They sold for $26. And I've had them for a little while. Amy D with the doop doop. Edging is crazy. OKC for life. We're frenemies for 2 weeks. Just know that. I don't want to talking about edging. What is edging? What is it? Okay, dang it. Usually I'm in the know with all this stuff. What is edging? What is edging? Right, he's always been going into the closet all day. One of my former students is in here. Brock, what's up, Brock? Everyone say hi to Brock. Say hi to Brock. There's my full name, too. One of my former students who now is an adult, so he can hear everything. It's crazy. I'll also tell you, Brock is there. It's crazy when my students could graduate when they turn 22. They had to graduate after they turned 22. And so some of my students would come in and they're like, I drank with my dad last night. And I'm like, what? Well, they're 21. They can do that. But yeah, Google it. Oh, applied alternate revealing. Oh, that's why you guys were talking about the blue balls. Okay. So it's like almost there. That is nasty. Why would someone say that and whatnot? I mean, that's too far. Unless they're just joking around. I think that would be funny, I guess. I think that is kind of funny. When's Kaylee going live next? That dude edges all the time. My in-laws are huge OU fans. Oh, gotcha, Ethan. And they swing for the fence and all the good stuff. Yeah. I mean, OU, Ohio or Oklahoma has won like, oh my gosh, 6 of the last 8 World Series. It's crazy. This is a pair of Rowback joggers that I found in the women's section. So, found these in the women's section, Rowback joggers. When they have the cuff bottoms, guys, that's how you know they're joggers. I know a lot of you know that, but as always, there's some people that don't. Oh, there he is. I Googled it too. Ha 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 ha. This guy right here, he loves edging. It's his favorite thing. He literally calls me on Sundays, the Sabbath day, and says, I was outside edging and my kids were around. What's that supposed to mean? K-Way edges. Guys, wow. Wow. Yep, see, told you. Told you. Told you. I talked to him for an hour last night. He was edging when I called him too. I think you hear kids. Maybe, maybe not. All right, here is a we talked about someone earlier, way earlier in the live, talked about buying stuff online. K-Way, if you were in here, I shouted out list it for buying bulk and buying stuff online. And also this, I bought a whole bunch of these from a while ago from Daily Refinement. He bought a truckload of like golf apparel, link sole, and they were just like, we're going to do 10 of these shirts, all of them the same. I just was scooping them up that night like crazy. These sold for $13. I think I bought them for like $1.50 each, something really small. It's one of the Gen Z brain rot words. That's actually, I think it said a brain rot word on there when I said it. With his Yeezys on. Yep. Edging with his Yeezys. He even shows pictures of it. That dude. You all have dirty minds. I didn't bring it up, Danny. I just learned about it. I didn't bring it up. I've heard about it before. Other than tonight, I just thought it was like cutting the grass. Whenever K-Way would like call me and say, I'm edging, I just thought his grass grows a lot. But you guys bring it up in here and tell me to Google it. I found out what it meant. What's up, Noah? Thanks for coming in. I still have links, so I need a list from Daily too. Do you, Amelia? Yeah, do you remember that? Here's some more of the link soul. Did you get any of these? These are all from last like winter or fall. You guys know me. I put them in a bin and list them in during that season, the next season. Pele Peterson. I haven't. I love it here. Me too, Jessica. Me too. Me 3. Yeah, I know. Yeah, K-Way still streams using dial-up. He actually does. If you guys used to watch him back in the day, his internet was so bad, literally like dial-up type of stuff. Dial-up stuff. Point of view edging with his Ray-Bans. I don't want to see that. Still don't know, but I can guess. Yeah, I'm not going to show you what it means on here just because my boy Brock's in here. But yeah, you can Google it. Got it, Jack. Keep the hustle up, good guys. Me too. That's it. I have nothing else to pack. Nothing else to pack tonight, guys. I'm just gonna go edge, all right? So you guys have a good night, and appreciate you guys being on here. And it was fun. Hope you guys learned something new. I did. Bye.